You know, when I heard your demo, it stopped me in my tracks. It was raw, hard. It connected me to your world, your experiences, fucked up as they are.
If you'd be so kind, would you mind introducing yourself for the mic?
Hi, my name is Mazlan. I'm the vocalist for Protest.
And right now we are downstairs from Rumah Api in Ampang Jaya, Pandaninda, where you guys are playing your first KL show in how many years?
I would say close to 20 years. That's a bloody long time, yeah.
And this is part of a longer Malaysian tour, correct?
It was supposed to be 6 tours, but due to circumstances, we only managed to do 3. And tomorrow we can't do Kulim as well due to some personal reasons. So last night we did Mentakap and today Rumah Api, which I'm really psyched. I think it's going to be a good crowd. Yeah.
And you guys also had your release show in JB, is that correct?
Yeah, we did our release show at Embrace Hall, which is they also coincide with the JB Distro Day. Yeah, we released our EP Moral Injustice there.
So right off the bat, I need to give credits where credits is due. I had never heard of your band until Borhan from Osmantikos told me that the show was happening. And he told me that Protest was a really important band that he grew up on. And Osmantikos themselves are a very influential band in the Malaysian hardcore scene. So when he told me that I had to check you guys out, it meant I had to check you guys out. So I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me.
Hey, no worries.
So let's let's go through the history a little bit because I had a hard time finding out information about you guys.
All right. We don't have really much social media because of circumstances, but we just did a Facebook page. Okay, so protest started in '95 with just a bunch of kids trying to play some music, and then we grew more from there, getting more knowledge. It's not just about being a punk, but really know what is it about and all that. So after our first demo, and then our second release was the biggest proof, which is for us was the really important EP for us because we were really influenced by a lot of Disrupt and all band like Disrupt, State of Fear and all that. So that was the epic moment for us where we really found ourselves. So then after that, we had an unreleased track, 4 tracks, but we never released it until Shame from Basement Record. He released it last year, if I'm not wrong. So between 2016 to 2017, I decided to come back and try to start protests again. But it took a while. Like Moral Injustice took 2 years to do it, and it was really challenging because we had to change so many lineups and all that. But eventually it went well, and I'm really happy to release this Moral Injustice. I think although it's been 20 years, but I think I'm really surprised that we still have some support back in Malaysia, especially, which is really nice to know.
Cool. Let's go over some of the background of the hardcore scene in Singapore in the 90s, because the only band I really know that were around back then was Demisor. So tell me what it was like being a hardcore band, a hardcore kid in Singapore in 95.
It was 95 to 98. We were in the scene quite a lot, and then we had the privilege to perform with Demisor and Warsaw, which is a legendary band from Australia. So the three bands, we played a few gigs in Singapore, which was really, as a young kid, playing with like a legendary band with like Demisor and Warsaw. It was really overwhelming, but then I think we did pretty well at that time as kids, And
how old were you at the time, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I would say probably between 16 to 17.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think we were really young. And Protest, I would say, was one of the first crust band in Singapore, which I think it was important in a way because I think it took a while for people to understand the way we play because we were quite different from the Singapore scene at that time. So there was usually like punk rock or more punk rock and that kind of band. So we were one of the first few crust bands. So, and after we started, then we had a really good community supporting us. So it was really great at the time, and the scene was awesome at the time. It was very united in a way that there's no any bands that play, all the kids will be there, supporting whatever band, whatever genre you were from, and that was really, really good for the scene at that time. But nowadays, I think it's not as much. I'm sad to say that, but hopefully it will change over time.
When you say it's not as much, how so?
How so? It's I think they are more divided now. In terms of during the days, right? No matter what band you're from, like I said before, what band, what genre you play, all the boys that the scene is very small at that time, so everyone will support each other no matter what genre and all that. But now it seems to me like, although it's really long since I came back from the scene, and then when I came back and I went for one gig, and then I was really surprised to see the changes because it seems that they only support friends band, which I think it's not as same as before. So I'm really surprised by that, but hopefully it will change over time. That's what we need. We need a united community, not like a divided community. So
no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just wanted to expound on the point because I do remember a band from Vietnam called Disgusted came and played the old Rumah Api, and the guys from the band were telling me they thought it was weird that people would just like walk out if they didn't know the band or if it wasn't their friend's band, because in Vietnam it's exactly what you're talking about. You stay for all the bands, you support the entire scene, you support the entire show. and I also hope that we can,
Especially in Singapore, it's really hard to get a license to play in Singapore, especially now there's so many restrictions. You have to send in your lyrics to MDA and all that to be screened, Singapore being Singapore. So, that's why we need the scene to be united again. That's really important for no matter what genre, no matter what, hardcore, skeens, punk, we should, be united.
A coroner's court today heard that medics are not fully equipped to asthma attack was ruled today during died during a died.
As a political crust band, did you guys ever come into conflict with the authorities?
So far, no, we have never became conflicted with any authorities.
Okay.
Touch wood.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about that first recording. The biggest proof of human greed is war. So that was 10 songs, is that correct?
No, the biggest proof was, I think, 5 or 6 songs.
I see, okay.
Yeah. So that EP has everything. We talk about not just political. We talk about sexism as well. There's this song that Why, that we talk about sexism. I think we were one of the first few bands who started. We approached the sexism, being equal and all that. So yeah.
Why was that important to you at the time?
Because at that time it was There were women, there were girls who come to the gig, you know, and then unfortunately, you know, there are sometimes they are being groped or something in the pit, you know, that's not the, you know, we go there to appreciate the music, the band, not to, you know, do stupid things. So we decided to write that song about sexism, and then basically that song tells a lot about, you know, not treating women just as a sex object, you know. That's what that's how we portray that song as no sexism.
Right. So, like I said, my friend Borhan has said that the biggest proof was a cassette that was very important to him growing up. Did you realize that the impact it was having around the scene?
To be honest, we didn't. We just wanted to make the EP and to our style and whatever that we believe in as individual, as a band at that time. And then we didn't know that it was a huge. I mean, it was an impact to a lot of people here. We were all very surprised that, you know, there are some band that cover our song, even recorded our song, and then coming to Malaysia, and then they were telling us that, you know, they used to jam to our songs and all that. When we send the flyer out in Facebook, Jimbo, and then like I see the comments and all that, you know, it's like, it's really, really surprising and really good to know that, you know, after all these years, the biggest proof, we still have some, you know, influence on the people here, especially in Malaysia.
Yeah, I mean, I was, because I heard it for the first time today, and I was surprised by just how heavy it was, because, you know, I heard His Hero's Gone maybe around 97, and you guys had done those songs like before that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like even before that heavy crust, you know, death metal influence crust was becoming popular, you guys were already doing that style. Was that purely just instinct, or?
So after the first demo, the band not the other members left, so it was only me and my bassist Irfan. And then like I said, we were growing up, we were getting more influenced by, you know, other bands from overseas. We started to read zines and we started to order stuff from US especially. And then when we heard of Disrupt, we were like really crazy about them, because I mean their songs are good, the way they arrange the song is good. So they were like our god at that time, and then we were really influenced by them. And then came in Koya, which is our lead guitar, and then we slowly formed the new Protest, and then all of us decided that we're gonna go into this direction to play crust hardcore style. And I mean, the important thing about, for me personally, being a band, like every head has to agree that, you know, we want to play this style. We don't want to play, you know, like one person don't agree and then we don't do that. For me personally, and everyone agreed. So we're gonna go this direction. Let's go for it. Yeah, that's what we did.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, the recording is very raw, but I would say like the songs themselves stand up. You know, if you listen to a lot of like, I don't know, Martyr Dot or a lot of like the very heavy like crust bands that are coming out now, I think the songs that you wrote back in 95, 98, it totally stands up with what's... So, okay, between 98 and you guys released the 4-song EP last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened for 19 years?
I guess, like, you know, after, you know, in Singapore we have to serve national service.
Right.
So it was... And at that time, technology wasn't as good as now, you know. So, and then like all of us split, and then some of us went for national service, some started working nightlife and all that. So we just like we came to understanding that, you know, it's like we have to serve our nation for 2.5 years, and then like it just happened that we just kept quiet, and then nothing happened. But over the years, like, we've always wanted to come back. We've always said that we want to come back, and it never happened. So I took the initiative, and it's like, actually, when we heard that Shame was going to release our tracks, and then that inspired me, that he, you know, after so long, someone still wants to release our track, and that inspired me. So I tried to look for band members. I tried my old band members, and then like they have their own life. They have kids now and all that. So it wasn't possible. So I managed to find my first guitarist from the first demo when I was like 13 or 14, and then but his style of play is really different because he was playing for a death grime band, Cardiac Necropsy. I'm not sure if you know. Yeah. So it was not easy trying to blend everyone, you know, to play in the same way that we want. And then, but then, like I said, for me, it's really important to have all the band members agreeing to the same style of play. I think if you hear our new EP, Moral Injustice, it's I would say it's much more heavier than The Biggest Proof. I mean, we had to go. We have to change our style a little bit, but we still have our cross influence there, which is really important for me personally. And then like I think we're gonna go into that direction for now, and then you know we have to blend it a bit of fusion there.
So you're saying there's going to be more after Moral Injustice?
Yes, we definitely gonna you know be in the scene for a while more now. And I think because when there was another interview, but I haven't replied to his mail actually. And then like one of the question was, so Protest being still a political band, you know, from The Biggest Proof release and Moral Injustice, you guys are still singing about what's happening in the world now. And then like what is the difference now? What's the difference back then and now? I think now it's much more. It's worse now, to be honest. I mean, like the media kills you, and then like even social media. That's why we are not really big on that. But then I think we have to, and so we're gonna continue writing songs that we think that, although we can't do much only by writing songs, but I hope that by our lyrics people can realize the struggle that other people have now. I think in this new EP, in going forward, I think we're gonna write more about the struggles of being Singaporeans. Yeah, I think that's the direction that I want to go and the band wants to go.
Is there anything specific you want to talk about in terms of the struggles?
You mean for the new one?
Yeah, or just in terms of being Singaporeans, what inspires you? What drives you?
I think the government back home is squeezing really hard at all the citizens now. It's like, for example, like I'll talk about our political people. Yeah, you can, you know, like our CPF. I don't know if you know that CPF is like EPF here.
Okay, sure.
Right. Years ago, you can get
your pension, basically.
Yeah, pension. Yeah, because you contribute every month, right? It used to be like at 55 you can take the whole lump sum that you can take it and retire. But now the age limit keeps going up. If I'm not wrong now, it's 65 or 67. But then you can't take your lump sum anymore. They're gonna give you monthly instead of. But it's really, really, corrupted in a way that when you say Singapore is not a corrupted country, but I don't know, man, because when you take the money from the people and then you invest in billions of dollars and you lost, and then that's how you're gonna, and then the people work so hard, they want to retire and they can't get it back. I think that's really fucked up in being Singaporean. So I think maybe you're gonna write something about that or something. Some more like our housing development, yeah, HDB, flats. Apparently, the question was asked by the public. Because it's only 99 years. What will happen if after 99 years? What will what does the flat? Let's say you paid for it. What happens to the flat? Apparently, it doesn't belong to you. Right. So apparently, you have to buy a new flat.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Singapore is really small. How are the next generation, or how are they going to survive? Right. How are they going to afford? Yeah, these are things that I think it's really important. Yeah, so let's see.
So let's talk about this last batch of releases. So there was a box set, which was Moral Injustice and Biggest Proof, cassette only release, right?
Okay, the box set, Broken Noise Jimbo, I approached him and he was really happy to release for us, which we are really thankful. So he decided to release the Biggest Proof as well, because I think it was you can't get it anymore. I think
Yeah, it's impossible to find. Yeah.
it's impossible to find, and people are still looking for it. So he said that let's do this box set. 20 years anniversary and the Moral Injustice. I think it will do well, and then it's a good start for us.
And it did do well, right? It sold out immediately.
Yeah. So and we have CDs as well, but not the box set, just for Moral Injustice.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be selling it probably here. So let's see.
Yeah. And the CDs are quite limited as well, right? I believe there's only 100.
Yeah. He's releasing 100 pieces for now, I think. Let's see.
Since we spoke a little bit about embracing social media, are there any plans to release these old recordings on Bandcamp or anything similar like that?
To be honest, I got to ask my other bandmate. I'm not tech savvy.
Okay.
So I mean, if there are people who really wants to connect with us, and then I have people like, hey, how to connect with you guys? You guys don't have social media and all that. Like I told you, we just set up a Facebook page, and maybe we will do up some Bandcamp or something like that, but no promises. Let's see.
I believe Broken Noise has a Bandcamp page, so Jimbo, is that his name?
Yeah.
So Jimbo, if you're listening to this, please put out Moral Injustice on Bandcamp. I would really appreciate that, and I'll review it for free. So, okay, I think, unless there's something else you want to talk about.
I'm just really happy to be back as a band. We are just really happy for the support over the years that people still support us. We're not some big bands or anything. We just want to play our music and play our songs. We don't really care what people say, to be honest. There are some people who like it, Let's see.
Right on. And for the kids who came out in Malaysia to see you on this recent tour, and tonight who are going to see you play Rumah Api, is there anything you want to say to them?
I want to say, really, Prote has been wanting to come to Rumah Api for ages, but it never happened. We wanted to play in Rumah Api Fest before. It didn't happen. So although it's the new Rumah Api, I think it's still Rumah Api. And then the people is going to come, I hope, to come and see us play, and all the other brilliant band that's playing tonight. And then, we're going to give them a good show, hopefully. That's good.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sean.
No problem.
Lies the radius of authority. So I call my friend.